I'm on the way up. Yeah, been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up. Been a long, long time coming, but I'm on the way up.
You've got to spin. I've got to do me 1, 2, 3. This is Phil Beckwith, the professional painter and decorator, and about the Brewers event up in Mansfield, which is held at the Stags Mansfield Football Stadium. Now, Nikki, the manageress at Brewers Mansfield, is holding these hopefully every year. Now, if you look in that top left-hand corner, I did this event last year and I put, let's just say, a long video together, which was time-stamped. And if you want to watch that and probably see some companies that I haven't actually touched base with today, that's great. But what I'm doing now, I'm trying to touch base with individual companies and actually do trade stands on their own, and we will put out videos actually as that video is. So we're not going to make a huge an hour and a half's worth of video. I'm over on the ISOMAT stand. You can probably see over my shoulder there. I've got Tim probably on the left hand side of me, and I've got Marcus on the right hand side of me. Now, ISOMAT products, really good. It's probably one of those products that you've never really used or you've seen and want to know a little bit more about it. Now, what better place to actually find out about the products is speaking really to the reps at these events like this. If you're not able to come down to these trade events, fear not, there is a YouTube channel for you and you are on it now. So we're going to do the usual 1, 2, 3. We're going to spin the camera around and we're going to talk to the main men. So 1, 2, 3. Away we go. This is Tim. Oh, Marcus hasn't got the microphone on anymore. Tim's got the microphone. So hello, Tim. Thank you very much for talking to me today.
Hello, Mr. Beckwith World.
Thank you.
And what can we
2 pints of lager and a bag of crisps, please. He's already done that one. Tell us about your key core products that you want to get out there to the masses. I've spoke to Marcus this last week on the phone. I think an underrated product that's not promoted enough, probably through any decorator merchant that's selling ISOMAT, is the 2-in-1 primer, which is your bare plaster primer, plus it can be used for other applications, and also the Islac All Primer, which is a bit of an all-rounder. So if you want to start with them, I'm going to give you 5 minutes and take it from there.
Thank you very much. 2-in-1 primer is the modern version of what people use to kind of prime bare walls, which was usually a contract emulsion. The problem with using a contract emulsion is ultimately creating a friable surface. It will take moisture at different rates. So what you'll find often is using a durable emulsion over the top, it will look patchy after the first coat. What we're then finding is people say, I've never had a problem with it. The issue isn't usually with the decorator themselves, but maybe a decorator after that decorator or the one after them. There's obviously a lot more people using tapes these days, and obviously they're finding that it's then failing back to the point of contract mat. Using a dedicated primer will not only adhere to the wall, but also the coat that then goes on top of that and allow it to also build the colour. The other benefit of using a 2-in-1 wall primer as opposed to a contract emulsion is you can tint it. So if you are going with a deeper colour, you can build that colour alongside it. The difference is obviously you are paying for that product. It's rich in acrylic binders and obviously colour, so there is a bigger cost, but it can be more cost effective. What you will find using painting on contract emulsion is it's a very porous substrate that will soak in, and often you may be having to use that additional coat just to kind of get the build for the durability and also even out that patchiness with it as well. If we move on to your favoured product, the Islac All Primer, this is our latest addition to the Islac Aqua range, and it makes it more extensive in terms of the applications that the Islac system can be used for. So designed for more difficult substrates, it can be used on metals, including galvanized metals, acrylics, ceramics, so tiles, plastics, including UPVC, and allows it to kind of build a range of uses for the Islac Aqua system. Again, like a lot of the products these days, it's got stain blocking technology in there for water-based kind of stains. We're seeing a lot of these new products come onto the market with the likes of Dulux and Benjamin Moore, following in the footsteps of what obviously ISOMAT have done with the Islac All Primer. I think one of the things that people have liked with modern day primers is also that build of opacity. I think with the Isolac All Primer, it does bring that as well. And again, it can be tinted if you are looking to go to those gold colours as well.
And I'll just jump in on that because I've used this instead of using the Aqua primer. I've just kept with the All Primer and then gone over with the Isolac Aqua paint system. So it's been one coat of the, let's call it the undercoat, and then 2 coats of the top coat. And it's a fantastic finish. And sprayed, if you're into your spraying and you've got your handheld quick shots, this is a product that sprays a dream. And the finish, I said to you last year, didn't I? The finish is fantastic sprayed, and that's one of your selling points as well. It is a sprayable product.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All of your...
Interestingly, the products weren't necessarily designed to be sprayed, but the quality of our products lends themselves to be sprayed simply because we buy the finest ingredients and therefore they atomize and spray very well. One of the binders that we use as well is essentially abundant ingrease, which is marble dust, which is very fine and obviously white. And you will notice as well, not just obviously from the primer, but also the emulsions, that you get a brilliant whiteness and opacity from the products as well. In terms of our core products and what we're known for, none more so than ISOMAT Premium Colour would be essentially the main go-to emulsion. What you'll find with ISOMAT is that they are premium market-leading products, and it's all about manufacturing the best product for the market as opposed to manufacturing to a price point. The binder used in premium is new polymer technology called Viova, which is extremely durable, but also has great rheology, so it levels out and touches in really well, and also has that build of opacity as well. Bath and Kitchen is the exact same product, just a 3% sheen level on those, so it lends themselves to modern day colour matches from all your famous brands, as well as obviously the colour profile that we have.
You have a very good colour range anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we also know that people that aren't aware of the ISOMAT range might be more familiar with
mainstream
other brands, shall we say. But the Chroma Fan Deck takes you into the kind of full colour range, as you will see there.
Yeah.
But of course, we do match many other people's colours, including the standards.
You've actually fanned that out really nicely, virtually onto the Mansfield scale.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That was our colourist, Marcus.
Well done, Marcus. Yeah, thank you.
So again, Bath and Kitchen, the benefit of Bath and Kitchen is that you've got the anti-mold and bacterial properties to it, but it still has that durability, opacity, and levels out well too, with a 3% finish. Obviously the premium, because it doesn't have those additives, lends itself to cleaner emissions. So when you're looking at living rooms and children's bedrooms, you've got those certifications to indoor air comfort and also toy safety standards with that in mind. Here we move over to the innovation products. Smart Clean is our latest innovation. By all means isn't a new thing on the market. You'll find that Johnson's, Dulux and Crown offer these kind of technologies, but the silver ion technology kills 99.9% bacteria on contact and kind of makes it an ideal product to use, whether it be in bathrooms or more specialist environments such as veterinarians, dentists, doctors, care homes, that kind of thing. We've actually had it used within Cambridge University, where it's used in laboratories, and they're actually aggressively cleaning those with peroxide gas, and it stands up brilliantly also because of that durability and cleanability too.
What sheen level's that then for the clean paints?
So it's an eggshell finish as described, which is 15% sheen level.
Yeah.
And the beauty about our Home Beauty colour card is that you can find that sheen level because it has the sheen levels of our Isolac Aqua system in the gloss, satin and eggshell finish too.
Excellent.
The other innovation product, as you may already be aware of, is ISOMAT Zero. This was manufactured in collaboration with BASF, the big chemicals company, and this was in the pursuit of zero VOCs. There's no additives or plasticizers in there. The real benefit for that is it doesn't mess with any kind of the respiratory issues that people might have with COPD, and also asthma. It's approved by the Asthma Society because it doesn't have those additives that kind of get in the way. In addition to that, the benefit from the application point of view is because there's no plasticizers, it's extremely passive, and so it can be used on lime plaster. with that in mind, it doesn't suffer from the characteristics you want from a paint. It has brilliant opacity, and it is a Class 1 durable product as well. As you can see, again, the accreditations: Indoor Air Comfort, Blue Angel, which is the highest certification, a German certification for standards. It's even dispensed into a bucket that uses recycled plastic. So again, even just from the sustainability point of view, you might get people that want to kind of buy into that side of things as well.
I think if we're all going ISOMAT, we've never heard of ISOMAT. ISOMAT are a Greek company, and this is where you've probably seen videos where I've joked about the wording on the tins is all Greek to me, because it literally is a Greek company. And I think Tim will tell you a little bit more, but they are very much big in Europe and in the Greek market as building products, more so than probably the paint products that they've got.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a sideline, but it is a part of a bigger, let's say, the bigger picture. It's a bigger company.
Yeah, they're a building company. So they started off in 1980 as a building additives business. So he's adding plasticizer and things like that to concrete. Today they have many ranges, which includes anything from repairing materials, resin floor coatings, waterproofing systems, EWI and render systems, as well as paints. We're actually very good and well known for waterproofing systems and roofing systems, because we have our own PU reactors, and so we have a good competitive advantage in that side of things. We also do adhesives and things, and again, where I touched on the use of marble dust, is very good for the application of those kind of things, because it's smoother and prevents kind of repetitive strain injuries in those kind of products where you can kind of use less materials. I think in terms of the product, as I mentioned, it's very much about creating the best product and creating the product to be a quality standard as opposed to a price point. And that's what it's about from ISOMAT's point of view. They're a family business, second generation, as they are today, still family run. But as I say, you mentioned in terms of paint, they're still the biggest paint provider, obviously, in Greece, and export to over 100 countries today, as far away as kind of Canada, a lot of African countries, Eastern European countries, and fortunately, the UK for us, because they bring some very good, quality products onto the market.
And I've said it to all the paint companies that are here today, and price-wise, we don't want to get hung up on price, but you pitch yourself as a decorator at, I'll say, the top end, but it is also the top end of the product quality, which there are a number of paints out there that are all around about the same price. And if you've not used ISOMAT before, don't be put off by price, because once you see the quality of the paint, the opacity of the paint, the coverage that you get from the paint, it actually, as I've spoke to Marcus about only last week, it becomes a very cost-effective product to buy, even though you might think the initial outlay is a little bit expensive. You're using less paint, the coverage is actually a lot better, and you will actually, it'll last a lot longer as well. Yes. So price point wise, you're round with everybody else.
It's an interesting perspective. I think what we're finding is when we're new to places, people are going in and they're seeing a big bucket of paint and comparing it to other big buckets of paint. So if you've got 10 litres of premium colour, for instance, and you compare that to a contract emulsion from a price point, of course it's not going to compare.
It's apples and pears.
But premium colour is as good as any emulsion on the market. We would like to say it sits at the very top of that. There will always be an element of consumer preference for whatever reason, maybe that the convenience or the way that it applies. But in terms of the things that we touched on, in terms of opacity and the way it levels out, it touches in and smooths out due to the rheology, it's as good as anything out there. And the certification proves that standards that they reach.
You've been a star again. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Next time it'll be Marcus. Thank you very much, gents. Thank you, Tim. Cheers. Thank you.